I don't know where you are in life right now or where it is you want to go. But if you are a curious soul like me, I know this about you. You are searching for greatness in life. You desire financial freedom. And you ask yourself daily how you can master success in business without wasting years of your life. On this show, we're going to interview all the leading experts and influencers in the fields of marketing, mindset, and sales to expose all the tips and tricks you need to accelerate your business and amplify your success. My name is Reem Kharbat, and this is the Entrepreneur Accelerator. Welcome back, everyone, to a new episode of the Entrepreneur Accelerator. This is your host, Reem Kharbat. And today I have, again, my friend and my coach, Mario Arace. And if you got the chance to listen to our launching episode, it was really awesome. And I advise all of you to go back and check it out. Mario, he is a clarity and a momentum coach, and he's the founder and the author of Elevate Others. And today we're going to talk more in details about what does elevate others mean and what does it mean to you. So welcome back, Mario, and thank you so much for being here again with me in the show.
My pleasure. So happy to be here.
Awesome. If I want to ask, I've always been always thought about this. You started in this space, which is helping others and elevating others, and it came out of, let's say, a special need or a personal need. So was there like an incident, something that happened with you personally that triggered that thing that helped you shape this, let's say, this gift of giving others also and helping others? Like, is there something that happened in your life that gave this or brought this all out?
Well, yeah, but certain things happen where I didn't realize it yet. I didn't identify it. Back when I was 15 years old, I was in a car accident with my brother and I flew through the windshield. He died instantly. 12 years later, my father died. Then I was mourning my brother and I started having extreme panic attacks. And I just kept going through the world as the world told me to live my life, and I wasn't living my own life. And then in 11, when automation and technology took away what I thought was my passion, it also took away my identity. And for 5 years, I was in a very dark hole. And it wasn't until the morning, this blessed morning of January 2015, when I was doing my regular routine, walked downstairs, got a cup of coffee at 4 o'clock in the morning. I sat on the couch and I asked God a question. I said, God, when did I become a victim? And that immediately triggered me. That's when everything, the moment I realized I wasn't taking responsibility for my life, the moment I realized I was blaming the world for everything that was happening to me, everything I hated, I was doing. And I was so disgusted by that. I went and had an internal conversation with myself. I had a gut check. I had such a passionate talk with myself that I cried my eyes out. I literally cried my eyes out. I could not believe the person who I became. And by eliminating everything I no longer wanted in my life at that time, by taking responsibility and getting rid of all the toxic people, all the toxic thoughts, the news, I haven't watched the news since 2015. By default, by removing so much toxicity from my life, from my mind, from my heart, and from my soul, by default, I found out exactly who I was again, but more importantly, who I wanted to be and what I truly wanted to offer back to the world.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. Mario, you flew back or you came back recently from a mastermind. I know
Yes.
that you love attending these things because when you surround yourself with people like you, thinking like you and acting like you, it's definitely elevating. I want to ask you, you've met a lot of entrepreneurs during that weekend. What was some of the, let's say, mistakes or problems that you've seen them going through, and how can you help them solve that?
Yeah, it's everybody thinks they're going to win right away,
Mm-hmm.
or everybody wants to win right away. And I'm here to tell them, if you truly want momentum as an entrepreneur, the message that the gift that you are giving to all of these people, which is incredible, by the way, Make it a journey. Don't have a finish line. Don't think you're going to win on that first launch. Don't think you are going to become the next Dan Henry or who. You're not. These people failed a million times. I mean, literally failed and fell on their face so many times, but they never quit because it was the journey they cared about. It was the process. It was delivering to people. By default, they were delivering to people because they weren't giving up and they realized other special talents. But the people who were attending the event, they want instant gratification, and there's no such thing. You have to go through the pain and embrace it. You have to face the obstacles, embrace them, and know that the more times you fail, that is momentum. Like, think about how profound that is. The more times you fail, that's your momentum. Think of men like people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, how many times they failed and failed and failed, but they never gave up. This guy has billion-dollar rockets blowing up, but he stays at it because he's on a journey. And that is his momentum. That is his path. Trust the process. If you are truly passionate about it, fail as many times, just keep failing forward. Don't go backwards.
Awesome. I love the idea of failing forward. It's 100% correct. And I totally believe in it. Um, one of, sorry, can you hear the sound? Okay, but Mario, what I wanted to say is that you cannot, sometimes as an entrepreneur, you just cannot shield yourself or isolate yourself from what you see online, because lately, and in, you know, especially in the online space, when you're in the offline business, you just focus on your business and what's happening inside your entity, and you just don't see what's going outside. But in the online space, you see every day, and I always repeat this, people standing in front of their Ferraris and on the beach and with their hot girlfriends, and wow, we got $1 million in sales like just this weekend. How can you shield yourself? Sometimes you feel like everybody is winning. Yes, it's true, everybody is winning, and like, except for me. Don't you think that it's becoming like the online space is becoming like a toxic environment sometimes if you just focus on what's happening around you? And how can you protect yourself from that?
Well, first off, why would you even care? Why would you even pay attention to that? Everybody knows people are renting those Ferraris. People knows those are Airbnbs. They don't own them. You know, there's 99% of what's online is completely fake. But it's up to you to ignore that. That's none of your business. If you are truly building a business that you are passionate about, if you are truly on a journey where you are so passionate about elevating people and changing their lives, scaling their lives before you scale their business, you wouldn't have time to pay attention to that. You wouldn't allow those people to walk through your most precious piece of real estate, your mind, with their dirty feet. Ignore that. Scroll past it. If it's on your feed, get it off. We talk about responsibility and momentum. It's your responsibility to shut that off. It's as simple as that. If you want to sit there and admire that guy, you lost. I'm just telling it straight. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You lost. If you're going to pay attention to all the garbage that's online, that's your responsibility. I did. Look, when I first got in, I fell for all of that. I bought the shiny object. If people ever knew the amount of money that I threw down the drain by allowing myself to be consumed by that, and I admit it because, you know me, I'm very vulnerable. I say it how it is. I was one of those people. And it wasn't until I went back to what I learned crawling out of my rabbit hole, I shut all that off. And the greatest thing I did, and you talk about not isolating yourself, the greatest thing I did was get a coach. And he said, you're on this journey. Here's how you're going to stay on this journey. By being you and only you. I knew that already. Why wasn't I implementing that? Why wasn't I making that impact on myself that I was prepared to make on others, to elevate them? Just take responsibility for that and ignore all that garbage. Build your business. Their business has nothing to do with you.
Is there like a special routine or something that you implement personally that will help you stay focused and having all these positive thoughts that you have in mind? Is there something that you do, let's say, because sometimes when you just go to talk to people who are not ready to listen to this, they will just give you all kind of excuses and they will tell you that, listen, stop telling me about mindset and positivity. This is our like just theories of books. People who are not ready, they will not accept that. And I've seen people like that. But is there something that also that you can implement seriously, that you can take so that you can just fire yourself up, or you can like how do I say it, but that you can fuel yourself and keep yourself focused and motivated every time, and without just going backward and just focusing onward? I hope
Yeah.
that I was clear in that.
No, no, you are. I don't like the word motivation because we're all born with it. But if every day you find that courage inside of you by having that honest conversation with yourself, not only is it liberating, but it allows you to shine because you know that you're going to be as raw and authentic to the people that you're looking to serve. You are not going to be one of those people who's getting their information out of books or, after walking on coal and everything. This is coming from the heart and the soul. And when the mind, the heart, and the soul are aligned, everything that's being fed to your mind through emotions, through your heart, through that conversation, your mind is being filled with nothing but momentum because it's all beautiful. It's not something you're reading in a book. It's something that you believe in your heart, and those emotions are translated. Think about your heart, your mind being able to translate what your heart feels, and then you're able to offer that to the world in words. They're not just going to hear what you're saying; they're going to feel what you're saying. And when you have the capacity and you are that passionate where people feel what you are conveying to them, that's when you know that you are a courageous person, because
Hmm.
that's when you're going to have the biggest impact on them. So have that 1 hour conversation. Some people maybe a half hour. It's when you hit that point that you know you are ready to take on that day and you are out to serve people, and you're going to put them before the prize. Everybody wants the money. It's
Yeah.
about you're an entrepreneur to bring passion and service to elevate somebody's life. And if you put that first, everything else will follow.
I love that. In the previous episode, we spoke about something that is really important. You were talking about uh, that every entrepreneur needs to define his not why, but the reason. Can you just elaborate more about that? And how can each one of us make sure that he knows what is his reason? Like why is he doing
Well,
this?
if you ask an entrepreneur why they do what they do, they'll tell you why they do it. And what I do is I go a step further and I say, well, what is the reason why you do it? So let me give you an example. I I work out every single day, and I mean intense. But my reason isn't to look good. It's not vanity. My reason is I have 3 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I'm here when they graduate college. I want to make sure I'm here to walk them down the aisle. And I want to make sure I'm here to see my grandchildren. That's my reason. That's so when that alarm goes off, and after I say my prayers and I go through my routine, I'm down in that gym because I have a reason behind the why I work out. That's the best example I can give. So if you're out to do something, for example, you want to do something really spectacular, put a reason. I know entrepreneurs who go and do a launch with the intention of, oh my God, I want to build a well in Africa so that people don't have to walk 8 miles to carry fresh water to their children. And that reason behind their why they're doing it, that's more powerful. It's bigger than them. When
Mm-hmm.
your reason becomes your why that's bigger than you want to talk about momentum? That's momentum. That's putting the world before you. Think about the greatest brands in the world, Sony. After World War II, Japan had all these little knockoff products. They weren't known for anything innovative. But the chairman of Sony said, you know what? I'm not building this company to have the greatest. I'm here so that everyone knows that Japan, he was putting his country first above him. He had a true reason. That's momentum. That's staying on a path forever.
But most of, let's say, the average person, like his reason will be making money, make a living, feed his family. And this is the, like, not everyone will have that super, let's say, spirituality, or maybe thinking about the others, because as a human being, we tend to think just immediately about ourselves and about our family or the people that are around us, so that I can help myself. I help myself so that I can help my family. And then later on, I will think about other people. Do you think that those people who have this big and this clear mission in life, do they have different qualities than the average people? Like, are they different?
Reem, it comes down to how bad you want. When I was transitioning to do this, I made sacrifices. I gave up my country club. I gave up my fancy car. I gave up everything. If I had to go and take a job on weekends and at nights to keep my vision alive, to keep my passion, my journey alive, to stay on my path, I would do it. I would do it. I don't care. I would do everything it would take. I would sacrifice anything to make sure that this mission, this journey I'm on, this path I'm on, I will never deviate from it. And I've made many sacrifices, and I will continue to make sacrifices if I have to. An excuse is an excuse. A sacrifice is the reason behind why you are so passionate about what you're doing. I don't care where you are in life. Look, Reem, I know people who are dirt poor, who have succeeded over those who have received an inheritance from their parents. Guess what? Because they had no purpose. They had no reason to become anything great. And they end up becoming alcoholics and drug addicts and, reaching out for help and blowing all their money because there's no purpose. They didn't want anything bad enough because they already had it, or they believed they had it. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying the people that I personally worked with. There's no difference. It doesn't matter where you are on the economic ladder. It's about how bad you want it. And if you want it that badly, stop making excuses and start making sacrifices.
Awesome. And especially that it's, as you said, it's not about the resources or where you're from or where are you coming from or how financially your situation is. What is your financial situation? It's about how resourceful you are and how open you are and how obsessed are you with your mission and with what you want to do. It's how bad you want that. And I think it's from there where you get your momentum of doing more and getting more. And once it's not connected to just money, then I believe that everything will be like clear and you will see amazing results in no time. Um, since you've met with different clients or different entrepreneurs, most of the people that you're coaching are entrepreneurs, or they're like also like
no,
they
there are
have
also
different
people
jobs.
that are just believe that they're just stuck. They're stuck in life,
Yeah.
and they have all this chaos in their head, the chaos that I had, and they need clarity, and they truly don't believe they can achieve it. And I'm here to tell everybody out there, if I can do it, I'm no one
Yeah.
special. I am truly no one special. I am everybody's equal. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I mean, I was lost, Reem. I didn't even know who I would look in the mirror and I'm like, who is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to explain, but it's working with the entrepreneurs, working with the people who are truly making that sacrifice to make their dream come true, to give their gift to the world. They're very special to work with because they are so coachable, because they're so
Mm-hmm.
willing to make any sacrifice and they're not coming up with the excuses. They want that help, just like I went for the help. And I got a coach. Success. Look, if you want to go fast, do it alone,
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it's going to end fast. Trust me. If
Yes.
you want to go far, you do it with the right people around you. You build a family around you. You build a tribe around you, because those people are always going to be there for you. And let me tell you something, in most cases, more than your own family.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Was there something in common between all those that you have worked with? Is there like something in common that you say or you trigger that, oh my God, here we go again? Like people are having the same problem and they just simply don't get it. Do you feel that?
Yeah, they don't have a reason behind their why. That is the
Oh
most
wow.
common. That is the most common problem I see. They're like, why don't I? Why don't I cry when I think about my why? Why don't I get excited when I think about my why? Why don't people feel my why? And I'm like, because there's no reason behind it.
Mm.
Look, I have a lot of passion, Dream. You hit on something. You hit on something before, but I didn't want to interrupt you. You said something so perfect that aligns with everything that I love talking about. We all have passions. I have a passion. I'm passionate about music. I'm passionate about working out. I'm passionate about art. I'm passionate about Hallmark Christmas movies. I
Yeah.
mean, you name it. But what is that passion you are obsessed with? That's why people need clarity. That's why people need focus to identify what is it they are most obsessed with. You used that word before. You said having an obsessed passion. That is it. You will not make excuses. You will make sacrifices if you are truly obsessed with the path you are putting on. That passion and purpose that you want so badly to deliver to the world. The most successful people are not trying to offer a product to make
Mm.
money. The most
Mhm.
successful people are offering a service or a product to elevate somebody's life because they truly want to put that person on a path to freedom and happiness. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely awesome. I love it. I love the energy. I wish people can just listen to this every day. This is the dose of happiness and power and energy that everyone should have like every morning when you start your day. You should have this kind of motivation and okay, not motivation, just the energy and the power every day, because once you just have it, like you get the kick in to start the day uh, with energy, with power, with passion, and just it's like the fire that does not stop. And I hope that people will just listen to you more and just get to know more about this. You have a video that reached like over 1 million hit, right?
Just under 1.3 million, yeah. And it was really, through all the interviews I did, I realized that there were three people in the world, and guess what? I was all three of them
Oh
at
my
one point.
God.
The person who was
Wow.
stuck and would never ever go after their dreams. That's who I was when I was in the rabbit hole. Then there's the second person who, they're a little bit further along in the journey, so they will take that chance. But the first failure or obstacle they hit, they give up and revert right back to the comfort zone. I was person number two. And then I got so fed up, I became person number three. And that person is their passion is so powerful, their mission is so massive. Nothing, no failure, no obstacle will ever stop them. They will just keep going. These people embrace failure. They embrace obstacles. The failures they see as learning experience. The obstacles make them stronger and they build greater character. And they use that and they fuel. You talked about fuel. This is they eat this stuff.
Yes.
You realize, Reem, they wish for more. Bring me more failure. It's like saying, bring me more protein, bring me more energy, whatever. These people feed on it. And I knew that if I was going to have the passion I had, that people were going to feel, person number three was who I was going to be. But I first had to identify that. I had to find the clarity, I had to find the focus in order to let my light shine. Because once my light started to shine, there was nothing that could possibly dim it. Nothing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. As our episode is reaching to an end, although I would love just to talk to you more and more about this, and maybe we can have, you know what, maybe we should think about having like a weekly or a monthly dose of power together. We can
I
have an
would love that.
episode just to elevate, because I honestly believe that what helped me when I first had to leave my job, you know, I was forced to leave my
Yes.
job and to make the shift to become an entrepreneur. We did not have this in the genes. Like my dad, my family, most of them, they're like educators. We have jobs all our lives.
Yeah.
We live the American dream, which is to have the highest grades and highest best jobs to get highest salaries, and then, you know, think that we will be rich, and then you realize that this is not true. But when I had to leave my job, I felt that what really helped me and my husband, is having the mental power and let's say the agreement with ourselves that we need to succeed, and we're not going back to the previous life that we had. I don't want to call it slavery, because there are people who believe in having, you know, a secure job and a secure income, and I respect that. I feel that it's like at a certain point they will realize that, but everyone should take his time. But what really helped us together, me and my husband, is that we had this agreement that no matter what, we need to be happy. We need to learn from what we go through, and we need always to be strong together, because we knew what we're going into. The entrepreneurship journey is not easy. It's going to be a lonely journey. Um, a lonely journey if you're not surrounding yourself with like-minded people. It's going to be
Oh,
a
bam.
very lonely journey, because your family might be your they might just leave you and consider that you're crazy and think that what you're doing, you're just insane. And if you just immediately don't find someone to support you, someone who thinks like you and act like you are going to feel that this is a very lonely journey. And okay, I can talk about myself and what happened with me for like hours, but I truly believe that mindset and motivating yourself deep inside. Do not wait for others to push you or to help you get the momentum. You need to have the desire, the passion, and the fire inside you to drive you to reach where you want to be. But it's very also very important to listen to those people who have done it before you, those people like Mario, who has been through the whole journey and who has been through the ups and downs, and he knows what, like, how to get through the whole thing. If we can just get to listen to you more, and to, like, as I said, to get the dose of power every day, I'm sure that everyone will be like more happy and have a clearer vision to what we do. So one more time, thank you so much. If there is one last piece of advice or something that you would tell our listeners, what would that be?
Well, first off, I love what you said about respecting people who are working right now. It's think about the word regret. If there is
Mm,
something you want to do, the thing I can tell you firsthand, because I've interviewed so many people who no longer have a chance to go after their dreams, no longer have a chance to start that business, who would love to take a risk, who would love to take a chance, now's the time, because regret is poison. It's poison. You don't want to look back and say, I wish. So if there is something deep down inside of you, make the sacrifices to make it happen so you can live a life with no regret. A life of no regret and no money is better than, believe me,
yeah.
it is much better than that prison and having money. Go after happiness, put yourself on that path. Take that chance. Just take it and do it. You get one life. We all have a window. Mine's smaller than other people's. Some are younger, their window's bigger. Take advantage of that window. Your most valuable currency is time, not money. It's not
Right.
even second. Happiness is your second most valuable currency. And if you put those together, you're going to live an extraordinary life, and you're not going to just exist.
Love it. Thank you so much. Guys, please make sure to check Mario on Facebook, and make sure to grab his book, Elevate Others. I'll make sure to put all the details in the notes below. One more time, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank
And
you.
you make me happy every time I see you. And I really encourage everyone just to check you out and to listen to you. Maybe you can help just someone passing by who is in a bad day or who's feeling down. You will help him elevate or elevate his day. I don't know if I said it correctly in English, but I
Perfect.
hope that you got it. Thank you so much for being here with me in the show.
It's
I
my
truly
pleasure.
appreciate it. And
This was a gift.
awesome. Thank you so much. And for you guys, until the next episode, stay safe and keep crushing it. Peace and take care. Thank you so much, Mario.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. If you liked today's episode, would you please take a minute to rate and review my show? That would mean the world to me. And let me know if you have any questions in mind or something that you're struggling with, so I can cover in future episodes. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out. Let's accelerate your success together. And remember, success is not an accident. Success is a choice. See you next time.